Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to part 2 of the updated Elvis collection. The first thing we're going to get started with is this little Elvis action figure from Elvis in Vegas. He is actually wearing, I don't know if you guys can see that, but he's actually wearing the fringe jumpsuit that he wore in That's the Way It Is. This is really cool. Like I mentioned in the last video, all this Elvis stuff was given to me after my dad, who was a big Elvis fan, passed away. So I'm gonna keep everything how he had it and just keep it the way he did. But basically this is like a really cool little action figure, and yeah, just really cool. I think this is really cool. Next thing we're gonna get into is an Elvis Presley 45. This is a 45. The songs on it is I've Lost You and The Next Step is Love, recorded June 1970. This is really cool. I'm not going to take the record out of the sleeve, just to, I'd like to, you know what? Yeah, I'll take it out. There's the record for you. It's a 45. On the A side is I've Lost You, and on the B side is The Next Step is Love, as you guys can see. Really cool, yeah, really cool. If I can get it back in, it's I don't want to tear the casing that it came with. You just don't want to damage anything. There we go. Didn't want to damage anything. Next is an Elvis calendar. My dad had a lot of these. Very cool. This is calendars for 2022, a couple of years ago. Another Elvis calendar, which is, what year is this from? 2008. That's cool. Elvis calendar from 2008. Very cool, very cool. Another Elvis calendar from 2006. Very cool, very cool. Another Elvis calendar. This is from 2007. Very cool. And it's pretty much on the back of it, pretty much pictures of Elvis when he was in the Army. Don't know if y'all can see that, but pretty much pictures of Elvis when he was in the Army. Some while he was in Fort Hood, Texas doing basic training, and there's one picture in there when he was over in Germany. And it's pretty much another calendar. Another calendar. This was from 2018. Just different publicity shots of Elvis. As you can see on the back, different publicity shots of the king himself. Pretty much a lot of calendars my dad had. Another calendar from 2016. Another calendar from 2018. Pretty much. Okay, now we get into, here's a record from the movie Double Trouble. This is the soundtrack from the movie Double Trouble. Here's a record for you. Very cool, very cool, very cool. And a book titled simply Christmas with Elvis. Very cool. Let's see what's in it. Basically, very cool. Just different pictures of Elvis with his family at Graceland. Very cool. This is another calendar, I believe. Actually, it's, I think, two stuck together. Same one, actually. Two the same one. That's cool. Cool. Very cool. From 2000, that's a calendar for 2005. Another calendar from, what year? 2005. Very cool. My dad had a lot of calendars, so it's pretty much what it's going to be maybe for the next few minutes. Calendar from 2003. Very cool. Another Elvis calendar was from 1997. Very cool. Another Elvis calendar, and this is from what year? 2001, December 2002. Very cool. Another Elvis calendar. It's pretty much, that's what's really going on here right now. Another calendar from 1998. Another Elvis early years calendar. 2001. Pictures of Elvis during like his early years when he was performing. A TV guide. This is cool. Like, now it's actually still a calendar. Another calendar for y'all. And this is a record from Girl Happy. Very good movie Elvis was in. I like it. One of my favorite movies Elvis was in. And Elvis, the Elvis Golden Records. Very cool. Released by RCA, I believe in 1958. Released by RCA in 1958. Right around the time probably Elvis was getting ready to go into the Army. And Elvis Golden Records Volume 3 of 3. Very cool. Very cool. Next is an Elvis trivia game. Very cool. This is 12,000 out of 25,000. Very cool. As I stack all this stuff back up, we're going to move on to just some cool things other cool things my dad had, such as an Elvis pint glass. It's very cool. Very cool. Next, we move on to 2 cassettes. I actually got into the collection. This is the cassette for Moody Blue. I'll bring it up a little closer to the camera for y'all. Cassette from Moody Blue. Elvis's last album, sadly. Then the Elvis in Concert twin pack from Elvis's last concert in June of 1977 in Indianapolis, Indiana. Next, we move on to different portraits of Elvis. Another picture of Elvis. Very cool. It's very cool, if I should say so myself. Next is a picture of Elvis from the 1968 comeback special. Very cool, very cool, very cool. Next is another Elvis book. My dad had a lot of Elvis books, as I'm finding out. The Elvis book, and this is from Elvis, the King Remembered. I believe this is probably talking about the 68 comeback special. I could be wrong. No, I was just talking about his career. I thought it would be talking about the 68 comeback special, because I saw that was the picture on the front. Don't want to ruin that. We got another Elvis book, the 20th anniversary. I believe this was, I'm guessing, released 20 years after Elvis passed, I believe. It's cool. Very cool. Next is something I had in my collection before I acquired my dad's collection. This is the National Enquirer newspaper, released a little bit after Elvis passed away. And yes, before somebody says it in the comments, that is Elvis in his casket. That is not a wax dummy. That is actually Elvis Presley. A lot of people think of the way this picture's taken, that is actually not Elvis. It was a wax. People say, oh, it was like a wax dummy Vernon bought or something like that. No, sadly, that is Elvis in his casket. Very sad. Next is an Elvis calendar. Very cool. Another Elvis calendar. This one's actually mine that I kind of moved into my dad's Elvis collection. Very cool. I believe that's Elvis on the Ed Sullivan Show on the front of the calendar with his Martin guitar. I believe that's what it is, a Martin guitar with his custom case around it. Very cool. Next, we go to some Elvis games that my dad had in his collection. For instance, Elvis Tic-Tac-Toe. Very cool. Next, Elvis Monopoly, very cool. I believe this is a collector's edition. Very cool. Collector's edition of Monopoly, very cool. And next is actually a photo album full of nothing but pictures of Elvis, as you guys can see. If you guys can see that very well, that is actually 2 original Graceland tour tickets when Graceland opened to the public in the spring of 1982. Who actually opened the mansion was actually Jack Soden and Elvis's aunt Delta, who still lived there, and lived there right up until her passing in 1993. Very cool, very cool. Sorry, I'm like moving stuff around, guys. Next thing is this cool Elvis on Tour light. This was actually my dad's. It's a cool light from Elvis on Tour. That is very cool. It's a 3D wall art. That's very cool. I don't know if y'all can see it. I had it up a little too high. An Elvis 3D wall art. Very cool. Next is, and I believe, I don't know if this company still makes candy or not, but a Elvis Pez dispenser collection. Very cool. Very cool. I don't know if Pez still makes candy or not. I believe they do. I could be wrong. And then an Elvis Christmas ornament. Very cool. Very cool. Elvis Christmas ornament. And last but not least, a picture of Elvis. It is like a 3D reflective. It's like a reflective kind of picture. Just like different pictures of Elvis through the years. Elvis, like, as you can see, that's Elvis in the 68 comebacks. But there's like a picture of Elvis in the 68 comeback special. Elvis in one of his movies. I believe that is actually Roustabout that he's in. Just different pictures of Elvis throughout the years. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little updated Elvis collection series. It's crazy to think that all this stuff now belongs to me that was once my father's. It is very crazy, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this little series. Please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know your favorite part of the video, and I will catch up with y'all later.